One example of how this association works well is that a few years ago, ELFCO was struggling. It was really, we actually got within about 2 months of being sort of out of operating capital to run the store at the rate at which we were losing money at the time. And when the other co-ops, as they saw that this was happening, they offered to come and help. And when we finally had it together enough to accept that help, what they did was they sent GMs from around the country with people who had specialized expertise in areas where ELFCO is struggling to come in for a weekend and to look at our operations, to talk with staff members, to talk with various folks on the board, and to figure out what were the things that they could help us with, what resources they could connect us with, and they basically gave us a roadmap out of the problems that we were in. We got a nice report that says, here's the things that we would do. Highest priority, do these things, absolutely. We recommend that you do these things, absolutely. Again, none of this was mandatory on us, but here's some things you might want to consider doing when you get a little breathing room. And then here's stuff, think about long term. So it was nice because it both helped us have, we had this sort of, ball of string of troubles with, and we didn't know which ones to pull on and deal with first, and what loose ends to tie up first, and how to do it, even if we did know. So this association came in and supported us and helped us along. We had to show that we were, going to work on these things. But the more we worked, the more we worked on correcting those things, the more support we sort of got. As they saw that this was a store that was going to turn around and it was willing to take the help and implement it, then the more help we got. And now we're at the point, within about 2 years, we actually had pretty clearly turned the corner and had gotten back on, going in the right direction. Sales are increasing. We were making a little bit of money at the end of the year. We were doing fine. So then we turned around, and a co-op that was struggling in the region, I was able to go and help them with some of the things that I had learned. And so that was our sort of karmic payback for the help that we had gotten, was to find somebody else who was struggling. And and now that co-op is actually, I would say, just about out of the woods. So in the space of 5 years, I think that it's very safe to say that association has saved at least 2 co-ops in the Midwest. So, and there are some other folks that we've helped that I would say have a good likelihood of surviving where they might not have yet.